Hey guys! Welcome to my contour and highlight video. So this is how I personally do it. There's like seriously a million ways to do it, but this is my version of it. If I do like the most extreme, sometimes I don't do every step, but yeah, so thank you for watching and let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so I already have my foundation on, which is the Tarte Amazonian Clay. And now I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer in the color R30. I put that under my eyes and kind of like this triangular shape, so it'll add light there. Also just a little bit on my forehead and a little bit down my nose and a little on my chin. And then I'll just start to blend it out. And I blend it all the way up, like on this bone right here, this cheekbone. So now I'm going in with the Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Right over the same areas where you just put that concealer. I kind of like just set my whole face, but I start with this area. And I'll also take some and do underneath the contour where I'm going to contour. And this helps add light. Now I'm using the Bahama bronzer with an angled blush brush. To find your perfect contour, you want to start at the top of your ear, all the way back in your hairline, and follow this direction towards the corner of your mouth. And if you place your brush there, like you can feel it's like right under your bone, and you don't want to bring it down any lower than that. Like if you bring it down any lower, it's just gonna look like a blob. It's not even gonna do really anything. So I point the longer end of the brush towards the back of my ear and let the short side of the brush lead the way. And I just apply a little bit of pressure and then lift it off. But wherever you first place your brush will have the most amount of product. So you don't want to start in the middle of your cheek because there will be like a dark spot right in the middle of your cheek. So always start back here. Sometimes I'll just blend it softly. And I'm using really light pressure. And if you have a harsher line, blend upwards. That helps like contour the cheeks. And I stop right about the end of my eye so that the color doesn't come in too far in and it looks like just really dark. But then I also put my bronzer around my hairline because I naturally just have like really dark tan right there. And I'll connect it always like around here. And I always just like push it into my hair because I do not want to be like a line of where my contour is. And I'll also go under my chin, like my whole jaw. This is still the bronzer, by the way. And I always start towards the back and then I'll blend it down. And then I'll also just take my bronzer and do just the sides of my chin and the sides of my nose, just like to give it color, because if I literally just put so much light on my face, now I need to add the dark back strategically. Now I'm taking the Anastasia contour kit and this middle color right here, which I don't know the name of it. This is the Sephora contour brush, so it's smaller but it's tapered so that I can like precisely put it on there. But since it's tapered, the bristles around it will help soften the edges so that it's not harsh like a straight line, because that's never cute. So we're going to follow that same path, top of the ear towards the corner of the mouth, but we're not going to blow it out as much. So I always make sure I start all the way back here, and I kind of like, you have to turn your face to see where you're going to put it, and I place it right here, and I kind of hold my brush at the end of the handle, and also don't like suck in your cheeks like this. I mean, you can, but that'll give you a different contour, but if you just like do this face, you can see exactly where to contour, or you can just look down and you can clearly see like the contour line where you need to contour. So I'm just gonna look down and do it. So I'm gonna look down and I can see that line, and you just wanna be really light-handed. You can always add more, but it's hard to take it off. And you wanna stay with most of the color towards the back of the ear, and then blend it forward. You don't really want to go like this when you do your contour, just because it can just be a really harsh line, and when you do soft little strokes, it helps blend it out. And now I'm going to blend it up, so I kind of blend it on my cheekbone, and then I'll take some extra and blend it really close to my hairline and on my forehead. And I really do just push it into my hair. Sometimes I'll pull forward like this. But I like to just like, I don't know, I pretty much just like brush my hair with it, and it's cool. So I'm going to add a little more on the side of my nose. And then just a little on this part of my chin. And you want to make sure you're under your chin, not like on it, not in this area, but more like this area, because it can look like a dirty beard or something, so you don't want to do that. For blush, I'm using this NARS Silent Nude. I'm taking it on a stippling brush and going like right where blush goes. I don't know, I start at the end of my eye and sweep right on my cheekbone. This blush is like not really a blush color, but it's just enough color for me, because I don't really like a lot of blush. For my highlight, I'm using the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in number 2, the light gold color. This is an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush, and I'm just going to spray it, right after I got the product on it, I'm going to spray it with Fix Plus, and it's going to make it extra glowy. And before I start to like blend, I just pat it on like the highest point on the top of my cheek, and then I'll like turn my head wherever I want it to shine is where I'll add it. So sometimes I'll go like up my temple, and then I look straight at myself, and if I don't see it, I'll add it right there. And then now that it's like placed on there, I'm going to use little motions to blend it out.
Sometimes I'll just go like all over my brow. It's a little bit too much.
Then I'll take some and I'll put it in the center of my nose, and then like on the tip of my nose, and then maybe on my lips too. Alright, so this is the end of the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything. Thank you for sticking around, and let me know if you liked it.